Alright. Since the darkest timeline has finally been reached at our locals and the Dark World deck has won. I've only played it there twice, and I came second one time and first the other time, so thought I'd just throw out my Dark World, deck list there so people could get a shot at it because I really like it. So I'll start off. 1, 2, 3 Grapha. That's obvious. 1, 2, 3 Snow. That's hella obvious. 1, 2, 3 Brow. That's just generic. If you want explanation on that, you can like Urban Dictionary it or something. Okay, here we go. Beige. Really love Beige. He opens up some plays with the field spell too, because you can banish, discard Beige, special summon him, return to hand for Grapha, and you don't lose any hand advantage. And also compared to the other other Dark World monsters too, he doesn't stay in the graveyard, so that opens up a little bit more graveyard manipulation for Dark Arm Dragon, which I really love, and also him. And it opens up like with Snow as well or Treg some rank 4 plays. So I found that the rank 4s are really strong right now. Like sometimes you need to go in Dweller for the mirror match or the water match. So I found Beige just at a 1 open up tons and tons of plays. I really, really, really like having him. Not right away turn 1, but seeing him like mid game if I have a nice established field, I found it was really good. Plus also, you can normal summon him after for a second Grapha if you have one in the grave, and that allows you to go into Felgrand much easier in your rank 8 plays. So I thought that was obviously pretty clutch. And then the 1, 2, 3 tour guides. I should say they open up a nuts of a play in this deck with the Levier and everything. So pretty good, pretty good. Lots of plussing with that. Pumps your graveyard. 1, 2, 3 Dark Creator. I might go down to 2 just because I found 3 kind of clogs a lot. But when he goes off, he goes off. Other than that, it's a good trade-in target. But Graph is so easy to search for trade-in. But yeah, he's good when he goes off. Problem is, you never have enough darks in graveyard till it's like too late, I find. Tragodia. It's a good dark fiend, so it is something to ditch and like just sit on. Plus, it helps you open up, obviously, Felgrand plays, and sometimes you just open a nutty hand full of shit and you just like say pass and drop a Treg. That's why I really like it. 1 Dark Arm Dragon. A lot of people don't like it, but it's pretty sick because like you can drop to a guy, go into Alucard, pop something, and just sit on that if you have this in hand to it, obviously, because you're gonna have to out your Alucard. Then you just drop this guy down. You're like, what? I've already cleared one of your back row. Now I'm gonna clear the rest of it. So he's pretty good. Wins me a lot of games. 1, 2, 3 MST because it's Dark World, and you need 3 MST. 3 dealings because you have to have them. It helps pump your graveyard. The worst thing for the mirror match too, by far. And 3 gates because it's pretty staple in Dark Worlds. This is your part of your draw engine. Dark Worlds are just gross for the draw engine. That's why they're good. 3 upstarts for obvious reasons. Inconsistent decks sometimes. I don't like it when it does that. 3 trade-in and 1 allure for some other draw engine. Pitch in the creators and Grapha, and obviously whatever you got in your hand. 9 times out of 10 with this, I'm banishing like a Trag, or if I have to, a Brow, so I can make Levier, or Creator, obviously. Traps, 2 Phoenix Wing Blast. I'm probably going to put this at 3, because pretty much every game I saw this, I won. I found the problem with the Dark Worlds was they would plus a lot, but the problem was some decks, the reoccurring Grapha, just wasn't enough win power. Like, you're like, yeah, cool, I got like 6 cards in my hand and like 5 of them are Dark World monsters. Like, can I please do something? And you just couldn't. And I was like, man, I really wish to get some of this shit out of my hand. I could have like 2 Brows and a Snow, just because I went off with the Levier playing, let it resolve. But then the returning Grapha sometimes just isn't enough. So that's why I have these. I'm probably going to bump it up to 3 because they are pretty nuts. Plus, like, early game too, you can discard a Grapha, and people are like, oh, you discard your Grapha, whatever, it doesn't work. I'm like, yeah, if it doesn't work from this discard, it still puts it in the graveyard to get that reoccurring Grapha. Plus, it's nuts just to throw, like, opponent's back row to the top of their deck, like, in their end phase. Like, shit, you just put Mirror Force back to my deck. that sucks. Like, it's just good. They summon a monster and just send it back to their deck, and now you know they're not drawing something better. Then the one Eradicator, one Deck Devi, and one Torrential. This is nuts, and this is nuts. I had this at 2. I took it down to 1 just because I wanted to put in Wing Blast a little more generic. This is sick against Geargia. They set their armor. I'm like, okay, if I know I'm playing against them, I wait till they summon their dudes off their Geargia gear, and then I just flip this up and like, what up, doe? And then they scoop. Because it's good. Extra deck. Rank 8s. This guy, Patrick Hoban, did a good job with this guy. I really like this guy. I was running him even before. Just generically all around good. Helio, really good. Sometimes you get a lot of advantage in your hand, and then it's nice to pitch this off. And then Dark Creators Live. 107. This might become a second Felgrand. I was liking this card just because it's just really good. There's a couple LS players in our locals, and it's just kind of nice to swing with it. And then they can't negate its attack with Buddy Guy. What's this stupid thing called? Necrogardener, because then he gains 1,000, he can attack again. So he's really good. I really like him. Plus, he's an out for this deck for Beazle. When he attacks, he negates its effect, and he can crash into it. 101, because he is not 101. Felgrand, because he is nuts. I was looking at 101 in my extra deck here. Let's go with the rank 3s first. Acid Golem, pretty good. Obviously, he's a fatty, and you put him out on board, and then your opponent has to deal with him. Zen Mains, because sometimes you draw bad, and you're like, I need to stall. But every time, I don't know, I got dicked over the other day, because some guy actually ran Black Ship and just made it. I was like, are you kidding me? 2 Leviair, because the deck needs it. Obviously, to get their obvious tour guide to let them plus and get Grapha on field and a Darkworld in hand. So it's good. Alucard, because he is nuts, popping back row for days. Then this kind of counts as a 3, but it's more a 4. Downer, I don't know why that one German dude that came second with this deck wasn't running this, because it's so sick just to like Alucard pop something, they don't have response, swing, and then put this over top. So much more deadly, because Alucard's only 18, he gets pooped on. Or like just throw it over a Leviair in main phase 2, because it's also 18. Or if this guy, they managed to get this thing out, or like I've summoned this before, tried to attack with it, and they Fiendish chained it because I need to clear something out of the way, and I just throw this over top, and it's 2,500, and then it's instantly an Eradicator target as well. So that's just nuts. And it has piercing too, so it's pretty fun. Then the rank 4s. Cowboy, 101, or that should have been with the rank 3s, I didn't see that. Leviathan Dragon, he's pretty staple. He's one of the ones that you can tour guide detach right away to get your field spell going. 101, Cowboy, Sight Chin, and Dweller. Dweller's nuts, obviously, right now, against the deck too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. On the side deck, I'll do a side deck. It's pretty generic. I don't think I side a lot. One Twister, just because a lot of face-up shit hurts this deck. I'm not really happy about it. Thunder King, because it's Thunder King, it's pretty nuts. 2 Mirror Force, because sometimes you need it going against Mermails and Karakuria sided in. I didn't really have room for it in the main. 2 DD Crow, these are all hand traps. 2 Effect Vader, because I'm not running Skill Giant, couldn't have room for it, because it's more of the Tour Guide Creator version. 3 Max C, obviously for all the spam shit. 2 Light Mirrors, and finally 2 Kaikus, just because I kind of don't like Prophecy, and I can't side trap Imperial Iron Wall because it hurts me, so I thought this would be the next best bet. Plus, he's a dark, so we got Dark Creator going. Alright, well, that's my deck. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I know it's a Dark World deck, but it's still kind of fun to play every now and then. So, peace.